Right, good morning again. Pocket's all been here. Just saying bye bye to B. Craig's Caravan Park on B. Craig's Country Park. Had an excellent couple of days. Lots of walking around the woods.
Now, turn right.
Seen some deer. One on its own in the wild, and then a bunch of them as well. So I'll have to come up again. This is the second time we were here. We were here this time last year. Now we're meandering back down to North Yorkshire, and we're stopping at South Shields tonight. Come up next time, because I've just found out this morning that this area was the birthplace of Mary Queen of Scots, and there's a few more places to visit, like the Linlithgow Palace. Okay, so I'll say bye for now. Bye, B. Craig's Caravan and Camping Park. Thank you very much, and speak again later. Well, we're just about at the border with England now. When we set off in Scotland, it was lovely and sunny, and I don't know whether you can see this, but it's a little bit white here.
Warning, lateral wind.
We've just had a thunderstorm and sleet as we're approaching the border thereby. Welcome back to England. Well, that was a little bit of a hailstorm that we just drove through, but we parked up in the lay-by at the English border. Yeah, quite a bit of thunder around as well. Right, put the kettle on. Speak again later. Caroline's in Scotland, just on the other side of the door there. And I'm in England. What's the weather like in Scotland today then, Caroline?
It was lovely.
It was lovely when we set off, wasn't it?
It was.
And the weather in England, on my side, is not very good.
You think of a better word.
Welcome to Northumberland. Seems to have passed over now. Right, good morning. This is Pockers all being here again on our last leg down to North Yorkshire after our epic Scotland trip up to John O'Groats. We arrived in torrential rain yesterday, in South Shields. We're on Sandhaven Holiday Park. It's mainly a static homes. It's a small site, ideally located directly sort of on the beach, a couple of parks and a pleasure park, which we'll probably have a walk around later on. It's a bit overcast today, but the sun's trying to get out. So we're just having a walk down to the promenade. There's a pub down there called the Sandhaven Inn. Do nice breakfasts. We've actually been there before when we've got off the Imuden to Newcastle ferry previously. Went there for breakfast. So I'm just having a quick scan around the campsite, and we're going to be walking out down to the pub for breakfast. Yeah, so this is Sandhaven Holiday Park. Very nice little site, friendly people who run it. It's quite busy as well, so usually you have to book well in advance to get on here, but it's always worth phoning for a last minute booking. So we'll wander off now and speak again later. This is a little park next to the campsite. So the fence backs on to the caravans there. It's a lovely little park. What do you think of this campsite then, Caroline?
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Near the front.
Right near the front. I'll say you're about 5 minutes walk down to the beach there. It's one of the best beaches I've been on. And you can watch the ships coming in between South Shields and North Shields. You can watch the ships coming into the port of Tyne. Don't think it's that busy a harbour. But every morning round about 9 o'clock the ferry from Holland actually comes in, and then I think it goes out again about 5 o'clock in the evening, because we've actually done that one, like many other people I know. Big play area there, and on the other side of there, which I'll probably video later on, there's another park which has got a boating lake on there as well. If you're happy to chat, sit on this bench. Sit here if you don't mind someone stopping to say hello. Caroline, can you have a little sit on this bench over here? She said no, she doesn't want to talk. She's miserable. And she's got a bit of a cough actually, I'll let her off. That's South Shields Pleasure Park there. I'll have a little wander in there later on. South Shields always also famous for the Great North Run as well, because this is where it finishes. I think it's about 13 miles from Newcastle. Platform 33, carvery on the coast. Serve a carvery in there every day from 12 PM to 7 PM, and the kids eat free in the holidays. Little view of the beach. These little areas here are for play areas, putting up volleyball nets, etc. This beach has actually been voted, I don't know what year it was, but voted best beach in Britain. So a little scan around, Sand Dancer. Ordered our breakfast, just be waiting for them. Nice view of the sea and the beach from the pub. Lovely jubbly breakfast. Don't do the pops anymore, apparently they've been breaking, so that you just get your tea in a glass now. A bit like what you do abroad. Lovely breakfast at the Sand Dancer pub. That's the third time I've been in there, not disappointed on either occasion. Going for a walk down the beach now, back towards the caravan. Have a look at the sights. Got a little amphitheatre area to celebrate 25 summers of Tommy the Trumpeter, aka Ray Spencer, MBE. I'll have to have a look up and see what that is in a minute. Ray Spencer MBE. Got a viewpoint up on the top there. God, this guy's clever. Do that again, I want to get that on video. He's just jumped up there. Oh mate, wait! Getting a bit of a show here. So we're up on the viewpoint on South Shields Promenade now. Just have a little bit of a scan round. It's a bit grey, but it's quite warm today. It's very nice the way they built this. I've just looked up Tommy the Trumpeter. He's a local legend. For 25 years he was going around playing the trumpet in the town in the summer for the kids. And he got an MBE for it, Ray Spencer. What I'm looking at there is the mouth of the River Tyne. Got South Shields on one side and North Shields on the other side. Then go for a little wander down to the cliffs later on. Just entering South Shields Pleasure Park area now. Have a little look around. The sun's come out and everyone's having a great time. you want to go on anything?
It's safe for joke. I want to go on there.
Do you want to go on the heli? Caroline wants to go on the helicopter ride.
There's actually a guy on there.
Go on then. Get up there then, Caroline. Get on your helicopter ride. Want to go on that then? I've been on one of them before. Did you get seasick? There's no one on it. Oh yeah, there's a couple of people on it. Want to go on the waltzes then? London buses. Yeah, they've got quite a few things here. Zombie.
Sure, it was all closed last Sunday.
You don't fancy going on that one then? I think we would love to go on these rides, but just having breakfast, it might come up again for one last look. This one's the Matterhorn. I wonder why people are screaming. Do you think they put that Just walking through South Marine Park now, so that was a nice little walk around the promenade in South Shields. Had a lovely bit of breakfast at the Sandancer pub. And we're walking through the park now back to the caravan. And we've just missed the train, so we better hang on until the next train comes. Oh, there's another little train there, Carla. Grab the bench. You want to go on the train ride? And here it comes. Next train to Newcastle.
Well, the gate confidence. Yeah. Get in with the times, haven't they?
Daddy, what's going on? Oh, the gate's still on.
Proper steam engine, that's all the cork and the coal. He's doing his stalking as well in between rides. Here comes the train, stop at the level crossing. And here we go on a steam engine ride around the lake, South Marine Park, South Shields. Almost ready to go. Water's boiling. Next train to Newcastle. a bit, going up a bit of an incline. Got to let the public know there's a train coming. The station now. Just pulling into the station. And here we are. Excellent. Here's an interesting fact which is linked to global warming. South Marine Park in South Shields, skating away. Every winter the lake used to freeze over. This is from Mr. Peebles' diary in 1886. He kept a note of his takings in the diary for 16 years, in which he reported every month on work in progress to the Parks Committee. And during the frost and to date, I've sold 2,134 skating tickets and deposited in the bank to the credit of the South Park £23, 15 shillings and 6 pence. I am, gentlemen, your obedient servant, John Peebles. 1886, that pond there, that lake there, was frozen over. People could come down here and enjoy skating on the lake in the winter when it was cold enough. I bet that hasn't happened for quite a few years now. Effects of global warming, I guess. The park, the lake, the train ride, and the pleasure park. How cool is South Shields?
Beach is over there.
Back at the van now after a nice little stroll around South Shields Promenade and the pleasure park. First time the chairs have been out for 2 weeks and the windows open as well. Lovely day today, now the sun's come out. Time for a cup of tea before I go on a walk up to the big gun on the cliff's tops. Continuing my little walk around South Shields today. This afternoon I'm walking up to the where the gun is on the cliffs there. This is about 15-minute walk away from the campsite. I'm looking down on the town quarry, on what used to be the town quarry at the moment. Lovely views from up here. Carry on with my walk. Take some more snaps. The other section of the town quarry.
This way.
Apparently the story behind this gun was it is a Victorian artillery piece, Rock disappearing gun. It was replaced in 1987, a replica was put up there in 1987, so I don't know what happened to it before that. But it's a centrepiece and lovely views from here. Nice view out to sea if you're going to shoot at a ship that was attacking you, I guess. Nice view from up near the gun, on top of South Shields Cliffs, all the way down the beach. Yeah, and I've just found out what the story is behind the throw point and the disappearing gun. It's on this information board. It's now you see it, now you don't. This gun emplacement trialled a unique floating platform mounting system, and it allowed the Mark IV 6-inch gun to be raised and lowered, and the gun hid within the concrete emplacement, enabling soldiers to reload out of enemy sight before raising above ground for firing. It never worked really well because it took a long time to pressurise it, and it was never used in combat. Well, that was a nice walk up to the gun on the top of the cliffs and then finding out what the story was behind it. Very interesting. Now for a little walk down to the end of the beach and back to the caravan. Time for a beer, I believe, even though it might not be 5 o'clock. Good morning, campers. The intrepid Potter's all been here. Last day of our epic Scotland trip. We've meandered down all the way down to South Shields now, as I've said on my previous videos. Having an early morning walk in South Shields, beautiful morning. Down at Little Haven, South Shields on the beach there. Just got a cup of coffee from Tony Manchella's grill bar at Haven Point. Nice coffee while I'm waiting for a big ship to come out of the Port of Tyne. So I'm going to have a walk down the end of the pier now and see whether it comes out, get some snaps for the missus because she's into watching the big ships. So I'll speak again later. It's been a good trip. I'm going to put all the videos together. I haven't really watched them all properly myself for the last 2 weeks. Just been doing some campsite walk-arounds. I'm really looking forward to putting the videos together to see what we've actually been up to this last couple of weeks. This weekend has been the best weather. It's the first time we've had our chairs out of the caravan. And it's a shame that we're sort of going back today, back down to North Yorkshire. We've only got 50 miles to do. It's been an excellent last weekend. So as I say, I'll speak again a little bit later. Bye for now. So I've had my coffee. Apparently the big ship is actually berthing up, not actually coming out. But Princess of Seaways, the DFDS one from Imuden in Holland, is arriving around about 9 o'clock this morning. So before we set off back down to North Yorkshire, we might see that one coming into the Port of Tyne. I'm just looking at the sweeping views, looking down at Little Haven beach there. It's quite busy, lots of runners going around up and down the promenade and the walkway all the way up to the end of where the entrance to the Port of Tyne is, or the Tyne River should I say. Just looking over the other side towards North Shields. I'll have to look it up, but I think that might be Tyne Castle, something like that. Yeah, I was just saying about the view over towards North Shields. Tynemouth, that is. It's Tynemouth Priory and Castle. Plane just coming in. I mean, I've done that flight a few times myself, and it flies over to Whitley Bay, over the sea there, then does a turns round at the lighthouse, and then comes in to Newcastle Airport. It's doing its turn now. Yeah, interesting fact about Tynemouth Castle and Priory. It's where kings of Northumberland, going back in the day, were buried. Might be worth a visit one day. Right, gonna wander back to the caravan now. Bit of breakfast, cup of tea, get ready, and then come back down and watch the Princess of Seaways, the DFDS ferry from Imuden to Newcastle, coming in a bit later on before we set off. Bye for now. Yeah, good morning again. Come back down to the entrance to the Port of Tyne to catch the DFDS ferry coming in from Imuden to North Shields. Good ship. Travelled on that one back from Holland in September 2022. Great fun. This one is the Princess of Seaways DFDS. Good route to take if you're off over to Holland, over to Germany, and then down to France and Spain. I know a lot of guys on motorbikes. Someone we follow travels on my motorbike, do this one every year. Travel down from Perth down to North Shields, get the ferry over to Bermuda, and then they start their couple of weeks holiday from there, travelling around wherever they're going to go, Germany, Spain, France. Do some excellent videos, vlogs, Fraser and Helen, and the music is quite good, kept us going through the pandemic, watching all their back catalogue. Thank you very much, Fraser and Helen. Looking forward to your next trip. Do you wish you were going on that the other way though, Callie? Okay, I'm glad we caught the DFDS Princess of Seaways coming in this morning. Back to the caravan, get it all set up, and then start the last leg of our journey down to North Yorkshire. Hope you've enjoyed all these videos which I've done over the last couple of weeks. I'll be publishing them over the next few weeks probably. As I was saying earlier, I haven't really watched them much myself, so I'm really looking forward to watching them properly when we get home and putting them together. So, bye for now. Bye from South Shields.